If you like fast, easy, and flexible, you'll love ePolicy Delivery. ePolicy Delivery cuts policy delivery time in half. During a 7-month pilot, the median cycle time from policy issue to completed for ePolicy Delivery life insurance policies was 8.5 days. When compared to a normal median cycle time of 18 days for universal life insurance products or 25 days for term life insurance products, this represented over 50% time savings in the policy delivery period. Notably, 5.6% of ePolicy delivery cases were completed within 24 hours, 14% of policies in 2 days or less, and 46% of policies within 1 week. The process is pretty easy to walk through. The policy is generated at Genworth, and data is transferred to iPipeline's policy box in a secured format. At this time, the workflow is triggered and the first recipient identified at the distributor profile is notified via email. The benefit of our tool and approach is the flexible workflow and routing capabilities. We have created multiple variations of this process to provide you the utmost flexibility. For example, most agencies choose to have the workflow go from carrier to distributor to producer to customer. But some agencies prefer to have policies go straight to the agent or even directly to the client. ePolicy Delivery can also accommodate direct writer scenarios. As you will soon see, an additional reviewer-approver may easily be added at any point throughout the process. Another benefit is that you decide if you want all your business to use ePolicy Delivery or allow decisions to be made on a case-by-case basis. When the workflow is triggered, the first recipient receives an email with a link to access the policy. The user is asked to review and approve the policy, then the next recipient in the approval process is notified. Username and ID are defined in the setup process. This authentication allows the distributor to use the same username and password for their entire book of business across all carriers. The producer views are similar, with the following differences. With their first policy, producers must complete a one-time only self-registration process using their NPN, National Producer Number. After this, they will establish a login and password for use on all subsequent cases. During the review and approval of the policy, the producer will be prompted to e-sign any producer delivery requirements. If the agent hasn't established a relationship within PolicyBox, they will be prompted to self-register for a PolicyBox user account. At the point the user logs in, they are immediately presented with a dashboard that reflects a summary of all cases in PolicyBox for all carriers participating. Cases are easily accessible by selecting one from the navigation listing on the left side of the screen. Once a policy is selected from the list, the user is prompted with a detailed view of the package. Included is the existing status of each step in the approval process, along with 6 convenient ways to reference various components of the policy package. The left navigation view remains available to allow the user access to all their cases. Let's look at how to do the following 6 steps. 1. View documents. Click on each of the documents to review. 2. Sign documents. This button is displayed only when you are required to sign one or more of the documents. Click the button to electronically sign the documents. 3. Add documents. Click this button to add any additional documents to the document package, such as a cover letter. 4. Download documents. Click this button to download and save the documents to your computer. Once downloaded, you can print one, more, or all of the document pages. 5. Answer questions. Answer any policy review questions associated with the documents by clicking in the corresponding boxes. You can also review case notes, email history, etc. in this section. 6. Approve, reissue, reject. Click the corresponding button to approve, reissue, or reject the policy. Once approved, a notification email will be sent to the next party. If reissue or reject is selected, you'll be prompted to select a reason. Once this step is completed, a notification will be sent to all prior parties. The agency and the agent will be able to track all of the activity on policies being e-delivered by accessing the history log on the dashboard. The email log shows initial and follow-up emails sent out by the carrier, agency, and agent. The agency and agent can resend any emails that have been previously sent. The agency and the agent can access policies through the pending queue. However, to quickly locate a specific policy or group of policies, just click the spyglass on the top right of the dashboard and enter in any of the filter options on the left search window. Click the search button and see the policies listed below. You can then click on the policy you want to open from the list. As mentioned before, an easy-to-use viewer is available to allow detailed review of policy documents. During the delivery process, an additional reviewer/approver may be added to the policy review and approval chain. All you need to do is add the reviewer's name and email address. When reviewing the policy, you also have the opportunity to add additional reviewers. This additional routing can be added within the policy review routing and is reflected in the workflow status bar. At this point, users may also upload additional pages, i.e. cover letter, marketing sheets, etc., to the policy package. This information is shown only to the next party in the workflow. The users are also prompted to respond to any policy review questions prior to approval of the policy package. Finally, they are asked to approve, reissue, or reject the case for delivery. Upon completion of each approval, the thermometer status is updated to reflect the progress through the delivery process. The consumer experience differs beginning with the email notifying them of their policy and asking them to complete the process. After clicking the email link, the customer is presented with a login screen that differs from the distributor and producer login screen. The customer login is the last 4 digits of their social, zip code, and date of birth to allow their identity to be authenticated. For this reason, it is critical for the customer's social, zip code, and date of birth to be received prior to issue. Making sure these are correct on the application will help ensure success later in the process. Upon logging in, the consumer is immediately provided with a set of simple instructions that outline the process in 4 easy steps. Immediately following, the user will be presented with an e-signature disclosure in which they will be asked to accept the electronic delivery of their life insurance policy. Agreeing at this stage will launch the ePolicy delivery and e-signature process. If they decline, they will be prompted to provide a reason for turning down ePolicy delivery and the user experience will end. Within 2 business days, the paper policy will be reissued and followed the traditional path. If the customer changes their mind and decides they do want to use ePolicy delivery, they must contact their agent to restart the process. The process is designed to be intuitive. Once ePolicy delivery is consented to, the customer is provided the ability to review their life insurance policy sections with an easy-to-use viewer. From this viewer, they can print or download a watermarked copy for their reference. When they are ready to proceed, they will accept the policy. Again, if the consumer chooses to exit the ePolicy delivery process, they can decline ePolicy delivery of the policy and they will be prompted to provide a simple explanation regarding the reason for their decline. If premium payment is needed as part of the delivery process, the consumer will be prompted to provide e-payment via credit card, MasterCard or Visa, or electronic funds transfer, EFT. Additionally, any delivery forms that require signature will be highlighted and presented to the consumer for e-signature. This 2-step process is quick and easy to complete and leaves no room for error. During the signing ceremony, the customer is able to e-sign required forms by clicking the Click to Sign button, which is positioned in the signature field on the form. Once the e-signature process is completed, the user will see their name reflected on the signature line along with the e-signature stamp and current date. Once the process is completed, the final step for the consumer is to print or download a copy of the successfully delivered life insurance policy. One of these 2 options must be selected to fully complete the process. Once the consumer completes this step, all parties are notified via email of the successful delivery. As mentioned earlier, the policy can be rejected, reissued, or declined during the ePolicy delivery process. Though the views may differ within the user experience, if one of these options is selected, electronic notification of the rejection or reissue request will be returned to Genworth and appropriate action will be taken. Reissue and reject reasons are available only to the distributor and producer. The consumer view is limited to the decline reasons. In the event of a rejection, each party receives an email notification. Also, at any point within the process, the status of the policy is available to the distributor or producer along with the email history. Emails can be re-triggered as needed. Each party is also provided routine reminders if they have not taken any action in the system once the policy package is ready for their review. ePolicy delivery is available for the following Genworth products: Colony Term, GenGuard UL, and both of our Index UL products, Asset Builder and Foundation Builder. To avoid any delays in the process, the following information is required: email address for the distributor, producer, proposed insured, owner, and payor; Social Security number, date of birth, and zip code for the proposed insured, owner, and payor. ePolicy delivery is not available in specific situations. The items are listed on this page as a reference point. Once an application is submitted to Genworth, System Logic will filter any policies that fall within this criteria. An email is generated and sent to the distributor and producer for notification. If you use Life Quick Request, it's even easier. Just enter a ticket in Life Quick Request and opt in for ePolicy delivery. It's your ticket to faster cycle times, a smoother application process, and more successful placements. Life Quick Request has been proven to decrease cycle times and increase placement rates. It is currently available via agency websites, iPipeline, and eBix. Genworth is the first carrier to have an Index Universal Life Insurance product on a drop ticket platform and on ePolicy delivery. The research brought to life a clear need in the industry: education. The Index Institute will help you boost your knowledge about Index UL products so you can sell them with confidence. The Index Institute, an industry first, will be your virtual learning community for Index UL product information, presentations, and cutting-edge sales ideas. From explaining easy-to-understand policy basics to pursuing advanced business market opportunities, Genworth pulls together a host of rich content in one easy-to-use portal. The Index Institute will help you understand Index UL, identify the ideal clients, address their questions, and create effective sales presentations. Whether you're just starting to learn about Index UL or you're a proven pro, the Index Institute has powerful sales materials, thought-provoking research, and engaging videos that will build your competitive edge. Available online 24/7, this valuable resource is accessible on your laptop or mobile device and as an app for your iPad.